Hey you guys, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor. That sounded weird, Dad. Usually I say hi everyone. Well, welcome. You're watching me tonight on Bowdabra, and we have a whole bunch of bows to make. We're also going to be creating a spring grapevine wreath, which I'm really excited about. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to be using our large Bowdabra, and Dad's behind the camera tonight, so be sure to say hi to Dad and thank him for recording. Mondays are always our busiest night, but they're my favorite night of the week because we do 3 videos back to back, and I love spending time with you guys. So you already know that. So tonight is my favorite night. We're gonna be using the silver for obvious reasons, but the Bowdabra wire comes in either silver or gold, and it's 100-yard. Let me see which way it's facing up. There we go. 100-yard spool, so that's 300 feet.
That's a lot of wire.
So I just want to go over a few key points today too. Whenever I cut my wires, I always cut them longer. It's better off having a longer piece than something too short. So let's get up close. This is what the wire looks like.
And it's really cool looking wire too.
Yeah, it's
a nice
cool.
Silver and a nice gold.
Yeah, it's a very thick wire too, believe it or not. So the wire itself isn't thick, but the coating or the material they have on the outside makes it very, very sturdy. So also tonight, as you come in, be sure to, well, let me get this video shared a little bit. But as you guys come in, be sure to make sure that you comment down below that you would like to win a free roll of ribbon. Bowdabra each and every week gives a free roll of ribbon out to one lucky viewer. So be sure to comment. All you have to do is just say you'd like to win, and you could be the lucky winner. Here's some of the ribbons, Dad. Let's show off some of those. We're going to be doing a couple beach-colored kind of bows, which I really like. We're also going to be doing, like I said, a spring wreath. So there we go, nice and shared. What we're also going to be doing is working in some greenery. So, you know, greenery is my favorite thing about anything. I could work in greenery instead of flowers any day of the week. I love greenery that much, and I find it to be that critical, especially with bows. So we're going to show you guys how to work some greenery into your bows. So we're going to cut a length of our silver wire to start off with. And I'm going to cut it, what is this, about a 30-inch piece, 34-inch piece or so, give or take. And that's just to make sure that it's long enough. So to start off with, let's make a Valentine's bow, because I actually just found this ribbon the other day. Didn't know I had it. That seems to happen down here. And as we're organizing, because you guys know by now, this month we're going to kind of focus on our shop. But as we organize, I'm probably going to find so many cool things, Dad.
Probably.
Right?
We have to look everywhere, the garage to the shop.
So many products, it's not even funny, which I'm excited for because we always buy things and forget that we have them, so it'll be kind of nice to see the stuff that we've bought in over the years. All right, so this is just a Hobby Lobby ribbon, believe it or not. Does it say the year? Oh my gosh, you guys. This has to be 4 or 5 years old now, Dad. When was the last time I bought ribbon like this?
I haven't even seen that one before, so I don't remember.
I think it's cool. It has a bunch of little hearts and swirls on it. So thank you, Dee, for the share. Thank you, guys. We appreciate all of the shares and likes. But more than anything, what I appreciate is when you drop a comment down below, letting us know that these videos are helpful to you. You know, we enjoy doing these so much for you. And our main goal with them is to hopefully motivate you guys, inspire you, you know, to start making bows. Because to this day, Dad, I mean, how many questions do we receive a day? So many different questions, but still to this day,
hundreds.
The question that I receive the most of all time, there's 2 questions actually. One of which is, you know, struggles with bows. I can't seem to get bows. That's definitely a big goal of mine, is to get you guys able to make bows. The second question is obviously
the glue pot.
The glue skillet.
That was right.
The glue skillet is definitely a fan favorite among many. Rightfully so. I mean, I love it. And for those of you that watch me on Nick's Seasonal Decor, you guys probably have been making fun of me for a bit, knowing that I haven't switched it over yet. And we will get there one day at a time, you guys.
The new skillet is very close, everyone.
It's making its way.
Everyone, I'm just going to pan real quick. Look. This is on. Oh, here we go. There it is.
There's the glue skillet, you guys. So it's going to be sitting there for a couple days. But don't forget, you know, with the new year, it made a definite big jump from the middle of my staircase
to the bottom of the staircase.
To the table. So, you know, we're working our way towards using that new thing. So we'll just cut another... I mean, we could honestly stop at this point, but we should probably make a nice thick... Well, we have 2 on this side and then 3 on that side. We're going to finish it off with 1 more loop to really create a nice and full bow. So I see we have almost 500 viewers. Let's see if we can reach 500, you guys. That would be incredible.
April would love to win some ribbon.
April wants to win. Awesome. So, like I said, all you have to do is just comment down below. And for all of you guys interested in purchasing either the Bowdabra, the mini Bowdabra, the wire, or the ribbon kit, you guys can use my affiliate link down in the comment section. We appreciate that. We get a small, percentage of the sales, and it's kind of nice to track to see how many of you guys do end up ordering them. So the link is down below. Bowdabra will be more than happy to share that. So now that we've tied off our bow, what we're going to do is just take the wire from one side to the other. Yeah, so Bowdabra pinned the link that you guys can click and go to their website. So we're going to just take the wire from behind and secure it a couple of times. So this is a step that we really focus on, right, Dad?
Yep.
We want to make sure that we have that tied nice and tight. We don't want our bows falling apart. I can't think of a bigger tragedy with wreath making than having a beautiful bow and having it fall apart. So now we'll quickly dovetail. That way we can give you guys the full beautiful impact.
That's actually a nice ribbon. You know that, Nick?
Yeah, believe it or not, it is. So it's not... I mean,
is it like burlappy? It looks like it, is it?
It's not a super thick burlap, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it's kind of a burlap texture. I don't know how much was on the roll. I mean, just maybe a couple more feet. I think it's a 6-yard roll, so 6 yards is
18
nothing,
feet, yeah.
You know, so we definitely picked this up on sale at some point or another years ago, because I definitely haven't grabbed this in, I'd say, the last 4 or 5 years, right? It has to be longer than that, I feel like. I'm not sure, though. But it's been a while. I know that much. So let's just keep dovetailing. We got a couple left. Bear with us, you guys. But I really want to showcase the beauty of what your bows can turn out like when you dovetail. Because dovetailing is one of the most important steps. We've said that before, and we'll say it again. Oh, my gosh. How many tails do I have left, Dad? Is this it?
Looks like it.
I think this is it.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you, guys. We are live on Bowdabra each and every Monday. What time, Dad?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So now we can just quickly fluff our bow, bring it to life. Fluffing it really, really enhances it and makes it look as nice as you possibly can get it. So just pull apart those tails, pull apart those loops, and it'll look great. So keep fluffing. Sorry about the phone, you guys. We have 5 people upstairs that don't know how to pick up phones, it looks like. All right. Yeah, this is a pretty ribbon.
It is pretty. The hearts look nice like that. It's
Yeah,
like a little like designer type of ribbon.
Yeah, something different. What do you guys think about that ribbon? I think that's kind of pretty for a ribbon that I don't often work with, and I probably have just one roll. So, you know, what I usually do with our bows is I usually just give them as kind of a thank you when people order our wreaths. So this
that's a really nice bow, Nick.
Lucky bow. I think that is pretty. What do you guys
Very
think of that? I like that. So we're going to move on to the next bow. I see we are at almost 650 viewers. So thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We hope we're teaching you guys something, and if anything, just inspiring you to get a little crafty. I mean, Dad's kind of got really crafty over the last few years. He thinks like a crafter and a designer now, which makes my heart happy. Not healthy. My heart happy. My whole family kind of thinks as crafters now. They see things and they're like, oh, Nick could use that, or Nick, you could do this with this. That's kind of funny. That's a pretty ribbon. This reminds me of like a popsicle for some reason.
I like it.
So this is kind of
a rainbow type of ribbon.
Yeah, fuchsia, lime green, and kind of a buttery yellow. And for this bow, Dad, should we do a traditional? Should we do...
That deserves to be funky, that one.
This deserves to be funky, you think? All right, we'll do one more funky bow, and then we'll do a couple traditional. We're also going to do a couple of...
This looks like the rainbow sherbet.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
I was trying to think what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it kind of does look like rainbow sherbet.
Which my oldest son, Steven, loves.
Steven loves stuff like that. I could go for the, what is it, Neapolitan, where it's the strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So let's work in a few more loops. We don't have to do too many. So just alternate. And you can cut them when it's on the Bowdabra. You can cut them when they're off the Bowdabra. It's totally your call.
Sandy says, hi, everyone. We now have Bowdabras in stock.
Awesome. So get your Bowdabra in the link down below, you guys. They are officially in stock. So I know lots of you guys are waiting, and they are here. So don't wait. All right. Should we do... Let's do 5 loops total. Not too many, and not too little either.
Yvette says it reminds me of a fruit roll-up. That's a good one, too. Yep.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Jeez, I haven't seen those in a long time. Do they even have them anymore?
Oh, they got to have them somewhere. So that's 2 on either side. Let's finish it off with just one more loop with 2 tails.
You guys all loved the fruit roll-ups when you were young.
Yeah. I mean, Steven loved those the most.
Steven loves the gummies and all that stuff, yeah.
Steven likes stuff like that. I definitely love hearty things. All right. That's it. What we're going to do now is take our ribbon, take our wire, bring it from one side to the middle, and then just pull it tight. Uh-oh. I'm missing a loop. There we go. So just pull it through, like so. And now your bow is not secured yet. So don't, you know, I mean, if you have to go pick up the phone like you just heard, you can leave it there and it'll be okay. But this is not going to stand the test of time. So we're going to take our wires, bring them to the back, and secure.
Two or three knots Nick likes to do.
I like to do, yes, that's exactly what I was about to say, Dad. I like to give it 2 or 3 ties just to really make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. Because, you know, storms could blow through. You don't know where you're shipping your wreaths to. We ship wreaths to everywhere. And you got to keep other climates and other kind of weather patterns in mind. And if your bow falls apart, there goes your whole wreath, right?
Yep.
You know, if you lose a flower, if you lose a leaf, you know, so be it. But if you lose your entire bow, you guys, I mean, there goes your design. So we'll quickly dovetail those. See, we're still at almost 650. Thank you all so much for the likes and shares.
What length are you cutting the ribbon at, Nick? Do you know?
No idea.
No idea?
No idea. All different lengths. And that's one thing I want to stress to you guys, is if you see me cutting something, it's just because that's what I've done. You know, I don't put any thought into it. When I first started out, like many of you guys, I often overthought things, which kind of drove me crazy over the years. So my biggest tip is to not overthink, because when you start to overthink, you're not going to like the end result, you know? If you sit there and you think, oh, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, what's going to happen in the end, Dad?
You're not going to like it,
You're not going to like it. So don't sit there and stress yourself out, because trust me, I've been there, and I can speak on that. You know, I used to try to be as perfect as possible, and there's just no way that's going to be a possibility. So don't sit there and stress.
Yes, Nick is using the Bowdabra wire, the silver one tonight. Yep.
Yes, I'm using silver, and we'll probably use silver for the rest of the year up until Christmas time, or as long as this lasts. But, you know, like I said, we've made hundreds of bows using one spool of wire.
Connie says, yes, Dad, fruit roll-ups are still around. I buy them for my grandson. I'll have to go looking for them then.
I know, we got to get some then. That's what we'll have as a snack.
We'll surprise Steven.
Yeah, surprise Steven. Steven will love those. All right, you guys, there's another little funky bow. Now it's time to make a wreath. So we're going to create our wreath bow. And the ribbon and the flowers we're using today, I mean, look at this combo. Let's see if I can pick these up. Isn't that pretty together?
Yep.
And that's all we're going to be using is 1 spray of each. So this is going to be a traditional bow now. And hands up if you're excited to see this wreath, because it's going to be very simple and very pretty. First up, of course, is our wire, which I sometimes forget.
How do they get the Bowdabra again, Nick? There's a link at the bottom of the thing.
Yes, so Bowdabra has pinned the link, our affiliate link, down below, and you guys can purchase whatever you need from Bowdabra because they're back in stock now, you guys. Cut a length of this ribbon because I do want some tails. What's a wreath without any long, super beautiful tails? So these ones are about 20 inches or so on either side. Place your tails in first. That way, A, you don't forget it, and B, it doesn't look awkward sitting on the front of your bow.
It's a nice springy looking ribbon, Easter.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that? That kind of very pastel plaid.
I like it.
Now we're going to take it. See how much over I'm placing it? I don't place it like that. Always place it at least
an inch or so,
half an inch or so. Just to really make sure it's staying in there. Come back in with a loop. Let's do loops a little bit bigger. Let's do about 4.5 inch loops, give or take. Second loop. Third loop. Right? Yeah, third loop. So we'll probably do, let's do like 4 or 5 on either side. I don't want to have a super full bow because we have some greenery going in between it. But we don't want no little skimpy bow in this design because we're not adding too much. So after this video at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have a live and Nick's exclusive wreath community. And I'm very excited because we're creating a centerpiece, which we haven't done in, I'd say, a couple weeks or so. And it's all spring from here on out, you guys. And it's just crazy how fast the times have changed. Like, I feel like we were just doing Christmas yesterday. And here we are doing Valentine. We're pretty much nearing the end of Valentine's Day. We're going to do a couple St. Patrick's Day designs this week. We just have a full schedule. Take your wires, secure them in the middle. Take it out of your Bowdabra. Bring the wires from one side to the back. And I like to tie it in the back for obvious reasons. So tie. Couple of times. Make sure that bow is secured, you guys. You don't want that falling apart. Come back to your wreath. Let's see how we want to do this. Let's place our bow, per usual, in the upper left-hand corner. And that's just because it's a personal preference. So just because I stick it here does not mean you have to. Right, Dad? You can place it in the upper right-hand corner. You can place it wherever you would like.
Lower left, lower right.
Lower left, lower right.
I like lower right, too.
Lower right?
Yeah, I like upper left or lower right.
Yeah, you can do that. There's so many different ways, you guys. Nothing's set in stone. Now we're going to tie our bow onto our wreath.
Almost 700 people. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. So drop a comment down below. Like I said, more than anything, what helps me and makes me feel good is when you let us know that these videos are beneficial to you all. You know, just one simple compliment or one simple, you know, I don't know what I'm looking for. You know, just, you know, let us know if these videos are helpful, because it really gives me the drive to make so many bow making videos and, you know, so many tutorials every day and every month and every week. And look at that. I mean, did we fluff it much? We fluffed it a tiny bit. And how pretty is that?
Very pretty ribbon, yeah.
Just a very simple bow.
What size ribbon is that? 1.5, Nick?
That's
is that
a 1.5.
1.5.
See, you guys, what did I say? Didn't I tell you Dad's kind of learning the tricks of the trade? So, Dad, what's my favorite? Actually, let's take a poll. Dad will guess, and then you guys can guess down below, too. What is my favorite width of ribbon? Let's see if you know.
I'd say 1.5.
Okay. Let's see what everybody else says. So, Dad's going to ask that question to you guys, or I just did. And you guys will let us know, and Dad will get back to me. I'm pretty sure you guys know me, like, you guys know me better than I know myself at this point. But I guess I can give a slight hint. I don't like my wreaths to look too bulky, if that's kind of a hint. But let's work in a little bit of this greenery. This is a dill bush from Hobby Lobby. And is it sad that I even memorized the item number at this point? We use this so much in the group that I've memorized the item number. So I don't even remember my telephone number, but I remember the number to this dill bush. So
Jenny says you're one of my favorites to watch.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Hobby Lobby tags, still the worst thing in the world. And I've been saying that for how many years now, Dad?
Forever.
Forever. Hobby Lobby tags are the worst.
Hi, Diane. It's a 14-inch grapevine.
Yes. Very small. Oh, we got some glue strings. And that's because I got it on my hand. But you see, am I burning, Dad?
Nope.
Am I in pain?
Nope.
What's the reason for that?
Your medium temperature.
Medium temperature, you guys. Keep those glue skillets on a medium temperature. Any hotter, whatever I just spilled on my hands would be no fun.
Patty says 1.5 inch.
Yes, Patty. I knew you guys would know that. That was a silly question because you guys know me better than I know myself. But now let's work in some of this. This also came from Hobby Lobby. We just have one spray of the pink and then one spray of the yellow, and that's all we're going to add. We might add a little forsythia, depending on what Dad thinks. And then we can switch over to another bow. So work in some of these pink flowers, which I really like. These are ranunculus, and we use these very frequently for spring and summer as well. Fall and Christmas, not so much, but we do love them for spring and summer.
I believe Nick said the greenery was dill.
Dill.
That was dill,
yep,
yeah.
Dill bush.
Dill bush.
Yeah, we use that all the time. So don't be going to my Hobby Lobby buying me out of the dill bush. You guys do that like crazy. I post something and then I go to my Hobby Lobby and nothing's left. That's okay though. That's the whole point of what we're doing, right, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay. Place another dollop of hot glue. You gotta feel it catch, you guys. If you don't feel it catch, rip it out and place it somewhere else, because you know, when you ship it to your customer, you can fix it very easily, but you don't want your customer to be fixing anything that you make. So there it is with just one pink flower stem. But we're going to come back in with a yellow one. Should we do the yellow ranunculus, or should we come back in with the yellow forsythia?
I like the ranunculus.
You like the ranunculus?
Yeah.
All right, let's work in the ranunculus then. That's such a funny word.
I wasn't sure I was going to pronounce it right.
Yeah, you guys know Skylar, and Skylar always laughs whenever I say that word. But I'm just so used to saying it that like it doesn't sound funny to me anymore. But like you hear that word ranunculus and people are like, what the heck is that? Okay.
This is looking really nice, Nick.
Simple, right?
Very simple, elegant wreath, yeah.
Very simple. And that's what it's all about, you guys. Simplicity is key. When you overcomplicate things, especially if you're a beginner, you can stress yourself out. And you don't want to be stressed. Nobody wants to be stressed out. So keep things simple when you're first starting out. Or like me, and just keep things simple all the time. You'll really be happy with your designs. But when you start working in tons and tons of products, especially if you're just starting out, it kind of becomes a little bit more complicated, and you end up probably not liking it as much as if you stopped at an earlier, stage. So there's our last little ranunculus bloom. And hopefully I never have to say that word again.
You will, you will.
I will. Fluff our bow open. Pull those tails down. And how simple is that?
That's
right?
awesome. I love it.
You
Yep.
could work in more product if you wanted to. You can stop here. Like we're going to stop here to make more bows. But I love simple wreaths like this. And you know, I like to have a wider range of prices in my Etsy shop. You know, lots of our reeds are $119 and up. But I also like doing more economical designs like this because I know not everybody has the budget of, you know, over $100 for a wreath. And I know not everybody has the space for a big wreath. So you always want to do different designs. But if you're making just bows and reeds, I don't know why I'm grabbing that. If you're just making bows and reeds for yourself or family members, or just as gifts, you know, I like the smaller ones. I would love to receive something simple like that. It doesn't break the bank, and you can make tons of them and give them to all your loved ones. So now we got to do a Valentine's Day bow. We've done a couple of the last few weeks, and you guys seem to really like Valentine's Day bows.
Someone said nasturtium is a fun word. I think I pronounced it.
Nasturtium.
Nasturtium?
Yeah, nasturtium. Yeah, those are really cool, and they're edible too, Dad.
What is it?
It's a flower, but they also have really unique foliage. So if it rains, what ends up happening is the water like sits on the petals like
Really?
Foliage, like you just see a bead of water. You know, other flowers they
Rolls off, yeah.
It rolls off, but this it just kind of looks cool. But yeah, people put them in salads and stuff like that. Not me. You know, I haven't eaten any of them, but I heard they're good. So we're gonna work in this bow. What should we do with this bow, Dad? Funky, not funky.
Traditional,
Let's do something different.
Something
we're
different?
Gonna cut these tails long. We're going to cut them in half, actually, because, you know why, Dad? I want the print going in the same direction.
Same direction, yep.
So I'll take this, place it in. Look at the overhang. See how we have like an inch overhang?
Yeah.
We'll do the same thing with another piece of ribbon. Take that, work it in. Now
Tracy says, Nick, what is your favorite wreath you ever made? Can you even think of one favorite, Nick?
You know, I've had a lot of favorites. What comes to mind for me was the Christmas one we just made with the red ribbon, the big sign that said Merry Christmas. The sign was like oversized.
Yeah.
That comes to mind. Of course, the rose
gold,
one
yeah.
I made a few years back is still one of my favorites to this day. I also really like the plaid one we made this year too. So there's been, I don't know, I don't want to say there's any all-time favorites.
It's one you made a long, long time ago. A witch one I just absolutely loved.
Oh my gosh, Dad, you're talking about that witch one?
I loved that witch one. And you sold it.
I did. That was probably like one of my first sales, and we were so excited. So for those of you looking into going to, you know, this full time as a business, drop a comment actually, because I'm kind of intrigued to see how many viewers we have that either have their own business with wreath making or just designing in general, or plan to start one. But you know, life has a way of doing things. You know, I would have never expected to be doing what I'm doing full time, and I absolutely love it, and it's a blessing for obvious reasons. But yeah, just, you know, if you want to design full time, if you want to become a designer and sell, you can, trust me. So we have 3 loops on either side. See that, Dad?
Yep.
They're somewhat even. I mean, they could be perfectly even if you wanted to be, you know, precise. I don't worry about that. So 3 on either side. Now we'll come back in with 2 on either side and see how much smaller these are now.
Yeah.
These are only about 3-inch loops, whereas the other ones are about 4.5 or so.
Despina said all your designs are beautiful, and the winner in tonight's giveaway is Karen Gibney Santos.
Congratulations, Karen. So, Karen, send a message to Bowdabra, and they will be happy to send you a roll of scrunchy ribbon. Color choices are what, Dad?
Red, silver, and gold.
That's right. See, look at him. He knows everything now.
Congrats, Karen.
Congrats, Karen. And thank you all so much for joining us. Bowdabra, I'm live on Bowdabra each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now we're done with this bow. I forgot to say the last step. So we did 3 big loops, about 4 inches. 2 loops about 2.5, 3 inches. And then I do 1 loop. That's it. On one side,
either side, yeah.
Either side, that's about 1.5 inches. And I call that a button loop. I'm sure it has a term, but I like to call it a button loop because the word button's funny. Now we can just tie it off. Grab it, the wire from behind. Pull it tightly. Tightly enough so that it's nice and secure, but not tightly enough that you rip your wire. Create a couple knots. So we did the process. We followed the techniques. And how's it look, Dad?
It looks not too good right now.
Doesn't look too good. So what did I say the magic's in?
Fluffing.
Fluffing. The magic's always in fluffing, you guys.
Pull this way, pull that way, fluff away.
Fluff away. Doesn't matter what quality ribbon you're using. You could be using $75 roll ribbon. If you're not fluffing it right, there's no point. So make sure that you spend that extra few minutes or seconds or however long it takes you to fluff and you really, really bring your bows to life. So whenever we design on Bowdabra, I like to create as many bows as possible. And obviously we fluff them along with you guys, but afterwards when we take pictures, I do spend a few extra minutes making sure that the bows look as great as we possibly can get them. Because, you know, you want to have a beautiful bow. And if anything, you want to show off, because not everybody can make bows. You can eventually if you struggle with it, and you kind of have that upper hand against other people, because everybody will come to you for bows, because they're not the easiest thing, but once you learn them, Dad, it sticks with you forever.
Yep.
So all it takes is some practice, and then once you get the hang of it, you know, trust me.
Your little button is called a floral loop, Sandy said. Floral loop.
I've heard all sorts of names for it. I'm going to stick with button because I think that's such a funny word. And there we go, you guys. So how are we doing on time? I think we have 4 minutes left. What do you guys think? Should we do a quick little bow? Might as well do a quick bow. I really love that ribbon. And you know who got this ribbon for me, you guys? Dad. Dad picked up about, I'd say, 10 rolls. He went to Jacobson one year.
Yeah, I love that ribbon.
And he bought me like 10 rolls of this, and, if Dad remembers, of this too.
Yeah, I remember. I love the orange one.
I love the orange one too. So we'll save the beach ones for next week. We're kind of like the nautical ones. And what we'll do is just make a simple orange one since we're running low on time. So thank you all so much for all of those nice comments. Not gold. Let's switch to silver. Gosh, we've probably made 100 bows using this roll already. And look at how much of a roll we have left. It's crazy.
And you use it in excess as well, too.
I do use it in excess. I use it in like a significant excess. But, you know, better be safe than sorry, you guys. So for this bow, let's do something different, too. What should we do with this? Let's see. Let's just try something really different. Let's do a loop like that, right?
Yep.
You know what we can do? Let's do this. Ready? So I have no idea what I'm going to make, but let's try something. Tail.
Stacy says, love you, Nick. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, thank you, Stacy. And we love you and all of you guys as well. So usually we cut it off here.
Yep.
Let's just come back in with another loop, right? Now let's cut it off. Let's do that a couple of times. See what that does. I haven't tried that before. It's all about experimenting too, you guys. Never be afraid to give something a shot. Worst case scenario, the absolute worst case scenario, you don't love it.
Flying by the seat of your pants with this one, Nick, huh?
Right?
Not sure what you're doing.
I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea what I'm doing at all. And you know what, you guys? I don't care, because that's the fun of it, you know? That's what really makes me happy, is trying different things. I get bored very easily. Dad knows that. I always need to be trying something different. So let's do this. Let's do another one.
Tony said your dad is the best. Oh, thank you so much, Tony. Thank you, honey.
Thank you, Tony. I know, right? I'm very lucky with the dad I have. Let's see. Moment of truth. This will be our final piece. Cut it off. Look at all the different lengths. So that's why when you guys ask me, I can't really stress enough that I don't care about lengths. It's not going to make a difference. You can always trim it up if need be. So make them a little bit longer if you're unsure, and then just, you know, waste a couple inches of ribbon. But I never measure. I like the beauty of a bow that's all different lengths and stuff. Pull it from behind. Secure it nice and tight. Couple of knots. Make sure those knots are nice and tight.
Michelle says, love you both, just like my family. Oh, thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
I love you guys.
All right. Dovetail, dovetail, dovetail. There's not as many tails as there are with, you know, other funky bows we do. So let's see what this turns out like.
Sandra says, I have that same ribbon. What color would you mix it with, Nick?
Orange?
Yeah.
I mean, I love orange and green, but then again, I love every color with just green. You could do white. Since this ribbon has polka dots and you have the same ribbon,
you could do white, yeah.
You could do yellow.
That might look nice on a grapevine painted white too, you know?
Yeah, it would. It most certainly would. Let's just trim up this tail a little bit more. And this one a little bit more. So, better to be a little wasteful, you guys, than have to cut a whole extra bow. That turned out kind of cool. That definitely looks different.
Yeah.
Right? Or it could just look the same. I'm not sure. But it was fun to try. I mean, we tried it together, you guys. So don't be afraid to try things. I did it in front of 650 people. You guys can do it in the comfort of your home or your shop. Always, you know, take risks, try different things. That's really how you grow as a designer and grow as a bow maker, is just trying, you know, different techniques with your Bowdabra. So here we have our final bow. We created this. We created that. We created this. We created that.
And the wreath.
and my favorite, which is the Reef. Oh, there goes another pair of scissors.
Dee Dee Ann says first time viewer. Welcome and thank you for joining us, Dee Dee.
Thank you, Dee Dee, and our Wreath. So again, thank you all so much. I want to thank Bowdabra and Sandy for having me as a guest tonight. We will see you all next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That is our time slot here on Bowdabra. And I hope I've inspired you guys, or at least kind of made you think outside the box, or maybe given a few tips on bow making. That's the whole goal with these videos. So thank you all again. I love you guys, and I'll see you next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we'll probably create some beach kind of bows or nautical bows. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'll see what we get to. So again, thank you guys, and I'll see you all next Monday. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.